We lost Isaiah Land. And boy, if it was one dude I ain't want to lose, Will Steele, it was Isaiah Land. Now, let me be clear about Isaiah Land. Cough coming. Pardon me. Let me be clear about Isaiah Land. We don't need Isaiah Land. The team is not going to fall apart without Isaiah Land. The pass rush is not going to destruct into little bits without Isaiah Land. But boy, it would have been nice to have him. I understand that this roster, there's not a lot of space for loose change, I would say. You know what I mean? Like, this roster has so many talented pieces on it that there's not a whole bunch of guys like fighting for a spot, Will Steele. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there may be a couple dudes fighting for a spot, but for the most part, the D-line, I feel like we know what most of y'all are doing. We know what most of the cornerbacks are doing. We know what most of the, you know what I mean, wide receivers are doing. Once we go through like a preseason game, it kind of shapes itself out over a while. Like, we knew what was going to go down with Deuce and Rico. Like Malik Davis was cut weeks ago, right? So later on, later in the season, it wasn't a whole bunch of, fighting going on, right? I feel like, and look, the Cowboys can have their rules, Will Steele. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was a couple people that made this team, and I don't want to say nobody in particular because we trying to get them interviews, Will. There's a couple of people that made this team that I look at them and I go, all right. But they don't make me celebrate as if Isaiah Land would have, made this team. And the Cowboys were willing to risk it. And look, we got 4 defensive ends that can go, Will Steele. We got 4 that can go.
Yeah.
And they have faith and they have a plan in Junior Fajoko. I don't want to speak on him. So we try and get the interview. We try to get the interview, Will Steele. But Will, there is no way that the player that led preseason in pressure for rookies and was top 3 in preseason pressures altogether, there was no way his ass was just going to sneak through waivers, was Will. We knew that. So let me ask you this. Do you think, because the Cowboys had to know it too, because we goddamn do it, and apparently I'm always wrong, a couple of people in the chat comments that be saying, Will, do you think the Cowboys were just at a point where, hey, we just going to take an L on Isaiah Land. If he just happens to get back, we'll take him. But there's no way they was going to expect to get Land back, Will Steele.
Yeah, I think they took a chance. They just said, we can't risk whatever player that you're thinking right now, but we will risk Isaiah Land. We won't agree on some of these players in regards to that. But like you said, we fine. But I'm pretty sure there was a split in that room too. I don't think this was probably something that was unanimous. I'm pretty sure some guys wanted to keep him, but maybe they got plans for the other dudes. But we definitely figured he would be the one that could get caught. And look, every year there's a guy, right, Voch? Every year we say, hey, this guy's not going to make it through. But this was the one where I'm like, hey, this is a money 5 position. This would be hard press. This ain't running back. Running backs can get through.
Yeah.
Pass rusher that got juice, that's tough. And it didn't work out.
Sure. And, it just sucks though, man. Like what if Isaiah Land go out there and, pulls a Ridgeway on us, what I'm saying? Like, do we play the Colts this year? I'm sure we play. I think we don't. We do not. Cool. But like, you just never know what's going to happen with these dudes. Like, he's on that team. He's on that 53. So if he got juice, he's going to be a part of the rotation, I guess. At some point, we'll see him on the field. And boy, it'll just hurt if we just see Isaiah Land just tearing shit up at the end of the season. But hey, what this mean to me though, Will Steele, is that Cowboys are truly in win now mode. Cowboys are thinking about right now. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you probably can't carry 2 young defensive ends, so you roll with your draft. I guess if that's the case. But you got some veteran pass rushers on this team that's not going to be here in 2 years. That's just a fact, right? If you was leaning more future, you'll probably lean Isaiah Land. What this means to me is that we just going to roll with Dorrance. If he's a straw or not, we still don't know what that means. And we're just going to roll with Dante Fowler and just mix in all the rest of the guys and just try to make this little run, Will Steele.
Yeah, once you start thinking about the future, that's when really the frustration kicks in.
Sure.
You're talking about 2023, yeah, whatever. We got enough to get it done. When you talk about the future, you're going to lose probably DA, obviously Dante.
Mm-hmm.
D-Law's going to be 32, right? Mm-hmm. Sam Williams, we don't know what the hell he's going to do from day to day.
Sam
Just
Williams
keep him out of the car.
Sam Williams going to be going 25 miles an hour because that's maturation.
We got growth. He's going to be 25. So, yeah, you just, in the future, man, this cat could have been something for you for the future in that rotation. But for the now, it does nothing. I don't think all you're losing is super depth.
Yeah.
But the future, there's something there.
And look, that's the best part. That just lets you know how, good that this team is, right? Because look, I started doing this too, Will. I started thinking about old Cowboy pass rush units. I started thinking about them George Selvey units, about them Jeremy Mincy units, and just thinking about, man, where would Isaiah Land fit amongst those guys, right? And he'll probably make the team in one of them years. We just happen to have a Micah and a D-Law and a Sam that we feel good about, and Dorrance and Dante are just really good, supplemental guys, as older veteran players. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. But we don't need Isaiah. We're not gonna this elite defense that me and Will been hyping all offseason. This thing is not gonna die by the hands of Isaiah Land not being here. Ryan Russell, Benson Mayo. Well, thank you. Yeah. Isaiah Land he's smoking Ryan Russell. You know what I'm saying? But this is just one of them teams, man, to where if you're not really, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't putting it on and applying the pressure every single week, man, it's tough to make this team, man. And it's just unfortunate. I saw a lot of people kind of, mad that, Cox didn't come back, Brillo Cox. And man, Jabril wasn't coming back, man. Jabril wasn't. There is no way. Even if we asked Brillo to come back, he's been sitting for a long time, and I don't think the coach is really fooled with Brillo in that way. They'll probably just draft another linebacker next year that they like more than Brillo anyway. He'll just, we'll just move on from that. So those are the guys that we lost. Matt Forniak said he's not coming back, Will, still.
I don't think they wanted him back. They went out and got Jack Harlow's little brother.
Jack Harlow, little brother from the Look, Will, there was this thought that I was having. I don't even know if I said it here because all the days run together. I don't even know if I said it here. Pardon me. But I was feeling like if Forniak's gonna be a veteran, I want him to beat the hell out of the third team guys, second and third team guys. And he wasn't doing that, right? TJ Bass didn't lose a rep against the second and third team guys. Shouts out to TJ Bass. If TJ Bass, who's an undrafted rookie, steps in and he's doing better than what Forniak would do, it was about time to move on from Forniak, right? And look, we talk about this all the time too, Will, still just the nature of this team. Just because you made this team one time don't mean you're going to make it again, because it's constantly getting better. It's constantly getting better. Now, we don't have a center on the roster right now besides Tyler Biadasz, right? I think he's the only one.
Nah, the Harlow kid. He's a veteran.
Jack Harlow kid, yeah. He's a practice squad guy, or is he on?
Even practice squad is on the roster. They can call him up. Yeah,
call him up whenever. Yeah. So we done with Lindstrom and Hoffman and all those characters. Okay, cool.
No, Hoffman's back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me read down this list. Let me read down Michael Gelkin's practice squad so far list, and there's 3 empty spots. He says, I'd imagine that Harlow little brother is one of them, so it's 2 more spots. CJ Goodwin, who's going to be team guy. Malik Jefferson, Sheldrick Redwine, Tyrus Wheaton, which we talked about that one yesterday, Will, still. Darrell Johnson, our Liberty College guy. He had a very quiet camp. I ain't seen much of him, but hey, this is a great thing for him. Bring him in, develop him, let him be around the team, scout team guy, let him get some more reps. And if he can turn into a dude that the Cowboys like, sure, so be it. Josh Butler, shouts out to him. He made it. Sean McEwen's going to be a candidate for being pulled up on game days sometimes. Will still. Princeton Fant made the roster. Do you make anything of that, Princeton Fant? Because I thought Princeton Fant was just going to be a guy that was just going to disappear here, but they're using a practice squad spot for Princeton Fant.
I think they kept 2 tight ends last year on the practice squad. So the one thing I noticed about them is they like to bring back their own on the practice squad, meaning the guys that they signed as undrafted free agents. So
yeah. Oh, we'll got the list up there. All right, cool. We'll just do it like that. Malik Davis is back, in which I ain't think Malik Davis would want to come back. Based on the stories that we was kind of hearing about him in the offseason prior to, whatever. And then Rico taking his job and Deuce kind of taking his job and Hunter Lipke just making a team. I thought Malik would have been gone to go find an opportunity somewhere else, but he's back.
Fair. I was going to say, well, the running back coach is not here. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was the tiff, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough when Rico come take your job, and the undrafted free agent take your other job.
Sure.
Yeah, I would feel some type of way. But hey, he put that to the side, put his big boy pants on, and get that check, man. And it might be an opportunity.
Yeah, get your money. Brock Hoffman. Okay, I see it right here. Okay, appreciate it, Worcester. Brock Hoffman is there. Jalen Moreno-Cropper, we talked about him. I'm really excited about him growing here and him developing here and really finding his way, because we got a bunch of receivers, man, and you know, these there's going to be room for the return / slot / little slashy guy. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see what happened with him. KD.